Spastic.
Strange.
Mentally unstable.
Weird.
Dangerous.
Offender.
Annoying.
Mentally ill.
Placement.
Ex-offender.
Contact.
Bad mother.
Problem child.
Burden.
Failure.
Labels make me feel very unhappy. They upset me quite a lot.
It can make you feel like you're worthless, you're less than everyone else, that you're just a burden on everyone.
It makes me feel not worthy. It makes me feel empty inside. It makes me feel really frustrated and quite angry.
The bad labels stick with you forever. It doesn't matter how young you were, how old you were. One negative label is enough to create, I'd say, a dark hole. You bury yourself in a label.
And especially if you have confidence issues or mental health issues, it can be the difference between having a good day and a bad day.
They make us feel like isolated in a way. So being called looked after, why call us looked after when you won't call your own child looked after?
You tend to block it out after a while, but even then it's still like, oh, why am I a failure? Like, why am I not good enough?
Those labels, they can be damaging, but also what they do is highlight your differences. You'll hear children talk about, I've got a placement, which really all it means is I've got a family. But really they want to say I've got a family, you know, and things like, you know, people say, well, you've got to go for contact. And yet their own children, if they're going to meet other members of their family, they're just going to visit auntie and uncle or nanny and granddad. But for children in care, they're going for contact with these people, and contact can mean many things.
We have people come in suicidal from just words said in meetings. We have women that want to give up fighting for their kids because they've been labelled a certain label. It's not nice, it's not fair.
It sort of took away my personal identity, who I actually was, you know, that I'm actually Darren and I am a person, but not, you know, not a problem child, not a spastic, not a client, not a customer, not a referral, not a junkie, not a drug addict, not an alcoholic, not disabled, but actually Darren.
Call us by our name or by like what we want to be called. So like not calling us looked after. When we're not a looked after child, we've been put in a home with a family, so we belong to a family. Calling a placement, it's not a placement, it's our home.
It's kind of getting to know someone first. It's very hard for a social worker just to go into a situation and instantly know how to refer to everyone or refer to a certain situation. I suppose it's going to be a bit of trial and error until they get everything sorted out. But if they do find something that does cause someone pain or they can see they're uncomfortable, then it's simply the fact of don't. Instead of calling someone a foster child, you could just call them a child. It doesn't need to have the focus on the foster aspect. Instead of calling it respite, which the actual definition is relieved from burden, you could say it's a sleepover or a trip or a holiday. You've got to make sure that the person you're talking to is comfortable, because they may want to use the term contact instead of family, because they may not see these people as their real family anymore, or they may see them as just blood relatives. So it's very personalised, but it can be leaps and bounds for someone's confidence and happiness.
Kind.
Gifted.
Inspirational.
Angel.
Their child.
Social entrepreneur.
Respectful.
Empathetic.
Hardworking.
Blessing.
Family.
Grandfather.
Life experience.
Confident.
I think some labels can be really positive in helping you access certain services and support that you may need.
You can get called a star, you can be called bright. You've got loads of loyalty around you. And by having that, it makes you achieve more, and it makes you want to succeed in life and reach those expectations that you've always wanted to reach.
I wouldn't mind if somebody said to me, well, okay, you're the voice of experience of care. That's positive, I haven't got a problem with that, because actually that's quite accurate.
I just want to be me, Sarah, mum, support worker. My labels don't define the person that I am.